And now, your selection. Meet the stars.
All right, everybody, let's come to the table.
From generation to generation.
You're a much better father than I was.
From father to son.
But you didn't exactly set the bar all that high.
This family can survive anything as long as they have each other.
So, all these years, and finally you and your dad get to work together. What took so long?
You gotta ask him that. I said a couple of other projects over the years. They weren't perfect. So I said, Dad, let's do this. You know, it's not perfect. We'll really work on it. And so we, agreed. All right, everybody, let's come to the table.
There are 3 generations.
He's been through a lot this past year.
This year isn't any different than any other year, except this year it's more difficult for him to enunciate his insults.
What the hell?
Kirk and Michael had talked about it for many years, but it wasn't until they had the script and they saw that there was a part in it that of Kirk's wife, and they asked if I'd be interested in it. When you learn to ignore the things you don't like about him and embrace the things you do, he loves you.
Well, he sure has a funny way of showing it.
And there was a part that Cameron was right for, and just coincidentally that the part called for a DJ, which Cameron has been doing.
So, was it everything you expected, or was it just like Thanksgiving dinner every day on the set?
It was everything I'd hoped for, I started out, as a producer, being a little concerned about my father's health and making sure he's all right. Concerned about Cameron and if he was going to be overwhelmed in his first role.
Are you wearing any exciting undergarments?
You are such a sad boy.
I was definitely nervous. You know what I mean? I wanted to do a good job. Tell me you've at least slapped the old Bromberg lip lock on him.
I'm 11.
Now, we spent a lot of time between takes when we were on the set and everything, reminiscing and laughing and coming up with some old songs that Kirk and I used to sing way back when we were married and things like that, which was rather fun.
Hold me like you love me.
Yeah, that's better.
There's a lot of old pictures, photographs in the film when I was a kid or Cameron was a kid. My mother and my father's wedding picture, and even though they have been divorced for over 50 years, they've always maintained a good friendship.
What advice has your father given you over the years that you have taken and possibly even given off to Cameron?
With all else, you do the best you can. You give it your best shot. And when all else fails, screw it.
If ever I had a question, and I had quite a few, I could go to, either one of them and ask them, and they had an excellent. I'm learning a lot about acting just sitting here in this interview, listening to my grandmother speak about it.
Why do you hope people get a chance to see the film?
It's the kind of picture where, different generations can actually go see and share something. And I think it's got a really good heart to it. It's got a lot of good laughs, and I think a lot of families are going to see a lot of themselves in these characters.
It runs in the family.